Hi there, everybody. My name is Derek Jarrett. I'm a therapist for New Perspective Counseling Services, private practice in Maine. Today, I want to talk a little bit to the people out there who, over the course of their lives, have had some hard things happen, right? If you've had some hard things happen, people call these all types of things. I tend to call them traumas. You can be big T, little t, or just difficulties. You've had these things happen to you, right? As you go through life, you've probably found that parts of these things stay with you. They affect you. They affect your life. Today, I wanted to talk to the people out there that relate with us about somatic quieting. Somatic quieting is something that can help people really cope with anxiety, fear, in tension in our body, right? When we have those hard things happen to us in our past, it can look like all kinds of things. But as we have those hard things happen to us in the past, those things stay in our body. They show up in our body, things like muscle tension, fatigue, lack of energy, all kinds of things. And sometimes we can get so good at coping with that fear and that tension in the body, we don't even realize that it's happening. But if you're here watching this video, that tells me that it hasn't been working as well for you as it has been in the past, and that's okay, right? Whether it's substances, whether it's been with avoidance, whether it's been with that hot topic word of dissociation, kind of disconnecting from your body. However you're coping with it in the past, you've realized that it's not working for you right now. First of all, I want you to kind of take a second to thank yourself and appreciate the fact that you were able to be here watching this video, right? It's because of those things in the past, those ways that your body learned to cope, that you're able to be sitting here right now. So instead of getting upset with ourselves or upset with our bodies or upset with our brains, we should really be thanking them because they got us through some really difficult times. Now, what somatic quieting is, it is recognizing that all these things, we're trying to feel better, right? All these coping skills, we're trying to feel better. And we're trying to feel better because we feel like we're in danger, we feel like we're not safe, right? So in this moment, I want you to ask yourself if you're safe in your environment, wherever you are, your room, your living room, on the floor, wherever you are right now, are you safe? If the answer is yes, and you still feel like you're tense, somatic quieting can help. If you're not safe, right, for whatever reason, you might not be ready for somatic quieting. It might not be the time for you, and that's okay. Still watch the video and keep it in your mind for later. So somatic quieting is a group of techniques, a group of relaxation techniques that are all aimed at helping calm our nervous system, right? Because when we have those traumatic things happen to us in the past, all kinds of, I'm not going to go into them, our nervous system is on fire, right? Because our nervous system wants to protect us. That fight or flight, right? We can feel like we're in a constant state of fight or flight. When I see this and I'm working with people on some of this stuff, sometimes it can be like their shoulders up at their freaking ears, always feel like they need to be ready to run, trouble sitting still because they need to be going. It's dangerous to be just sitting. Pay attention to these things, right? If you answered that you are safe in this moment right now, and you still feel this way, let's see if you can start using some of these mindfulness techniques to just accept where you're at and start to get control of that nervous system a little bit. The nervous system, when we have these, like I said, when we have these difficult things, it can kind of short circuit a little bit. And it can always be running like an alarm going off almost. So part of what we need to do is help get a little bit of that control back, right? And we can do that through relaxing the muscles in our body, and also trying to calm down our nervous system using something called polyvagal theory, which again, whole other video. But basically, we know these certain parts of the body that we can focus our energy on and relax, and we notice that it'll actually relax our entire nervous system. One of them is something, it's a pretentious word, but diaphragmatic breathing. Like I said, pretentious way to say breathing deeply and breathing with your diaphragm, right? It helps calm the nervous system because there's a nerve, it's called the vagus nerve, and you can't see my hand, but it runs it along or near the diaphragm. And when we breathe in with the diaphragm, it stimulates that vagus nerve, which actually can lower our heart rate, slow our breathing, right? So all the things when we're in a panic, the vagus nerve can really help us kind of calm down and bring us back out of that. So deep breathing is one of the most important tools you can have. If you've done therapy a little bit, you've probably had us asshole therapists say to you all the time, deep breathing, square breathing, be mindful. You're probably sick of it, and I get it, but it can really help. Somatic quieting isn't about just using mindfulness and thinking about it. Somatic quieting is about using your brain power, because you're smart people, right? Using your brain power to reconnect with your body and use those tools that we have and that we're aware of with polyvagal theory to help calm down our nervous system and get more control over it. That way, we don't feel like we're always doing our nervous system's bidding. Have you ever been in the situation where there's no reason why you feel like you should be so anxious, like you need to run? You're in your apartment or home by yourself. There's no one even there. Why am I so nervous, right? So if you can notice that, that's fantastic, because now you can start using some of your coping skills, right? Yeah, diaphragmatic breathing, square breathing. Also body scans, right? There's one I call it the laser. Laser starts up above your head and you close your eyes and it comes down. Every muscle that thing touches, that laser touches. I think like up in Maine we have Hannaford's self-checkout. That laser, when you scan the barcodes, I picture that for some reason. Any muscle that touches, relax that muscle completely. Another one, I call it ragdoll. Just sit, close your eyes, breathe in. And then when you breathe out, flip a switch. Imagine that all the muscles in your body are connected to that one switch, right? And when you flip that switch, all your muscles just turn off and disengage. Now, that's another way of relaxing some of the nerves in your body. In the future, I'm going to have more videos on some of these specific strategies or some of these specific techniques, and I'll link those when they come up. But really, I wanted to make this video kind of talk about somatic quieting and what it can do for you, right? If you feel like you want to get more control over the anxiety in your body, the tension in your body, if you're feeling constantly fatigued, constantly on edge, and you want to get more control over your nervous system and not feel like you always need to fight or flight, somatic quieting is an excellent way to start getting a little bit of that control back and start slowing things down and start feeling like you have more control over your environment. I hope this was helpful in some way. If this sounds interesting to you, stay tuned, or you can also check, I have a full article that I spent a good amount of time on, and I'll link that in the description. give that a look over. So again, my name is Derek Jarrett. I'm a therapist for New Perspective Counseling Services in Maine. If this is helpful for you at all, or if you know someone this might be helpful to, go ahead, subscribe, go ahead, just share it with them. The more you do that, the more I can get this content out there and hopefully help people who are struggling or trying to work on some of these things as well. Until next time, thanks everybody.